What's up, all you Clashers out there? This is Galaxus, and we are here today to review this beastie new legendary hero that they just put out, Valentina, man. She is awesome, and that is straight up. Now, there's a lot of people saying maybe she's going to replace Cupid and stuff. We're going to talk about that. Let's get on into it. Take a look real quick. Valentina, man, what an awesome layout, right? She is sweet, man. Check her out. That's probably one of the tightest female designs that they've come up with, so I'm really happy with that. 2 of 10. Got her at 2 of 10. She's only, low level. That's okay. The Love Cyclone. That's her skill. Love Cyclone. Removes silence from nearby allies, restoring their energy by up to 32 over 2 seconds, and increasing their crit resistant rate by 6%. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. And think about that. We'll have to talk about that too. But she's also immune to silence and conditions caused by Ares' skill Calamity. So when he procs, can't affect her, and that's awesome. You get her with a 5 of 5 Revitalize, she can possibly stop your whole team from being affected by by Ares proccing. So now you do need to note that the hero, the damage that is done when Ares procs, that actually will actually take effect. So they want you to know that she's still going to take the damage from Ares proc. She's just not going to have the effect of actually being able to take out her proc. Put the silence on her. So she's a 7,590. 7590 is her base health at 2-star, level 40. And we got her here with the Dread Drake. So it's going to be a little bit funny because Dread Drake is a fast energy recovery guy. So, it's going to be a little bit funny seeing her proc and how it works as far as that goes. But we got a couple other heroes that we can throw out there that can be able to sort of show us how that works out. So let's go ahead. We'll start out with a little bit of rating. Got it lined up. We got a couple guys that we can put out here. And I probably should not have dropped the Serpent Queen in. I don't know what I was thinking there, but let's go ahead and get our guys out here. Yeah, Serpent Queen is taking a lot of damage right now. Just taking a look real quick. I want to see what it's like. Yeah, we're actually about to lose her. I'm going to try to save her, but yeah, okay, well, whatever. We lost the Serpent Queen, but I wanted to see, how that proc, the range of it. You can see it was reaching all the way to the town hall from where she was. So that's, probably 6 or 7, maybe? At least 5. At least 5, range as far as the area of effect of her proc. So I think it's at least 5. It might even be 6. Pretty wide range. That's pretty awesome. So let's get her out since she's dead. We're gonna go ahead and throw this Ice Demon in, and if we have some green books, we can level them up. But yeah, we're not gonna waste any experience like that just trying to bring him up. So let's just go ahead. We'll take our magic. Hopefully he doesn't die. But we just want to see. We want to get a chance to see what her how the proc actually works. So they said it's over 2 seconds. So basically, when she procs, then they must continue for 2 seconds to gain energy. In this case, at level 2, her skill, then you're only getting 16 per second. Okay, so that's pretty cool though, 16 per second. So think about it. If they've actually been, somebody is scattering them, that can actually help because, scatter is happening every time somebody is attacking. And if they're scattering every second, then, maybe that's going to help to be able to, because it's spread out over time. That'll be able to help to, make sure that they don't lose all of their energy. So that's something that she can help with. And let's see here real quick. Hopefully those guys will just break off and then we have these guys alone here. So yeah, you can see his energy was picking up when she procced, and their proc is really close right now to each other. So it's sort of hard to see that. Yeah, because she just filled his bar up right then. See if we can see it one more time. Okay, yeah, they proc right at the same time. Well, basically what I was trying to see was how, and I was hoping that I could catch him when he had no energy, but it seems like their proc is like timed right together. So we're gonna have to look again at that. She's also giving those guys crit resistance also, increasing it 6%. So, I guess you could think of that sort of as a buff, not really, like Cupid, because Cupid is buffing. My Cupid that I have at 8 of 10, he's giving 45 energy, when he procs, and then he's also increasing their attack, the damage that they do, by 45%, and that's for 6 seconds. And he has a 6-second cooldown too. Okay, so they both have the same 6-second cooldown. What you're looking at basically is, how effective would it be to switch her out instead of Cupid? Well, what's the difference? One thing is that her energy has to actually, her proc actually has to cover the person. The person has to be within the range of the proc, where Cupid's proc is global. So you don't have to really worry about that. So that's one advantage that Cupid is going to keep over her, because you have to be close. So you really technically, it's more like she'll probably dominate in like maybe the arena, Lost Realm, Lost Battlefield, places where that your heroes aren't going to be separated too far away. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's see if we can see some more of her proc in action and see if we can figure out exactly what's going on here. Now, see, it looks like a couple guys, they're just all so close together, we really can't tell what's going on. Now, at level 2, she is given 36 energy to everybody at level 2. Okay, Cupid at level 8 is giving out 45% energy, or 45 energy, and that is pretty huge. 36, she's really close to Cupid in what he's giving out, and that is, that's only at level 2. And high level, I think she goes up past 100, guys. So, and that's over a period of seconds. And I think that time, I'm going to put her over here just to sort of see, I want to show that her proc doesn't, we just lost a guy down there. That's okay. Her proc, you see that it's not affecting anybody else, anybody out of that range, just to show that, yeah, her proc doesn't actually have any effect on anybody out of the range. So that's why I separated her like that. And it doesn't have an effect on other heroes either. Enemy heroes. So that's something also to note. She has a pretty good range herself. And looks like her proc is probably somewhere around 5 or 6 spaces. So, that is, that's not too bad at all. But, that it is good to keep in mind that if you're thinking about swapping her out instead of Cupid, there's a few things that you need to keep in mind. What game mode you're going to be in. If you're talking about raiding, that might not be the best. It just depends. If you're trying to tank, and have her right there in the middle of a group of people, then that'd probably be pretty effective. But, out there on her own, she's not going to really be able to help everybody out, and that's sort of what you want, the reason why you would have her out there. Other than that, she's not going to be very effective on her own. She can stop Ares from proccing on her, though. That is a big thing. And, if they actually introduce any other heroes that do that same type of effect, then you're always going to have her out there. So, yeah, it's hard really to see here because she does fast energy recovery. And, he does fast energy recovery. So you can't really see when you got those two together, the effect of her proc and how it's actually, whether it's actually helping or not, because he's getting it that quick. But 32 over 2 seconds is pretty huge. So that means each second she's getting 16. She's giving 16 energy to a person or heroes each second. Okay, and that actually, I believe that continues to grow. I think it gets up into the past 3 seconds. They don't show, but her cooldown is 6 seconds. So with a 6 second cooldown, that's pretty much the same thing you get. It is the same thing you get with Cupid. So she's not able to really give energy faster. In fact, because she splits her energy up, the energy that she gives out is split up over a matter of seconds. She's actually given energy a lot slower than Cupid. But, I think that she's going to be given a lot more energy, so that's going to be the benefit. So go ahead and get ready for some arena. I think I'm going to have to actually, since we haven't done any of this, we got to set everything up. So we'll get that set up. But yeah, those are things to keep in mind. So where is she going to really excel? I think she's going to excel in the arena. I think she's going to excel in Lost Battlefield and the Lost Realm. She's really going to be good in that aspect. I mean, think about her going against, maybe Boss 4. Helping your crew out to be able to instantly get that energy. She does have a cooldown, but the thing that's going to be awesome is that she gives energy over a matter of seconds. So if you think about it, she procs and she starts to give energy, and then that is also in her cooldown. So during her cooldown time, she'll be giving energy. And then, by the time the cooldown is over, she's only has, even right at the low level, she only has 4 seconds in between when she was last giving energy and when she's able to start giving energy again. Okay, so, I mean, that's the way that I'm reading it. I might be off on that. I'm going to keep on watching that, and, if that's not the case, then, I may be a little bit twisted up on that, but that's what I think it is going to be. I think she'll proc, and then there's a 6-second cooldown, but her proc is pretty amazing because it actually continues to go over a period of time. I mean, let's think about some other heroes that do that. You have a Mortep, Sandstorm. He'll proc, his cooldown will be, actually happening, and his Sandstorm, the cooldown just means that you can't proc again until that cooldown period is over. But if you have a proc that actually lasts a matter of time, then, that's sort of a little bit different, and that's what we're dealing with here. Because at a higher level, it's like over 3 seconds. So if she's proccing and she has a 6-second cooldown, but her proc actually lasts for 3 seconds, then there's only 3-second wait period. So you're going to see it's going to look more like there's a lot of action taking place because she's going to be giving people energy. If you think about I think it's 126 if I'm right, 126 energy at 10 of 10. So if she's given 126 energy and it's over, I'll have to do the math. I have to break out a calculator and stuff later. But if you do the math, it's probably somewhere around 30, a little bit over 30 energy per second if it's only 3 seconds. That's a little bit over 30 energy per second. So, I mean, you're talking about a pretty substantial amount of energy that she's able to give them per second. Actually, it's actually more than that. I'm thinking 4 seconds. 3 seconds, you're looking at, 40? Over 40 energy every second? So, I mean, we're talking about, and it's pretty awesome that she actually survived that. I don't know if she's going to have the strength to take this out or not. Probably just get rid of, we'll give her a little bit more time. But, if you figure that she's able to give over 40 energy every second for 3 seconds in a row, and then she only has a cooldown for 3 seconds, and she's back doing it again. I mean, that's pretty beast right there. You think about that. So, I mean, with the 5 of 5 Revitalize, she is going to really change the game. Really change the game, man. I mean, so just talking about it a little bit, man, doing a little bit of a review. And the more that I think about it, the more that I realize that, yeah, man, she is very, very, awesome, man, straight up. So we'll take a look at a couple more dungeons. And then what I want to do is we'll go over at the Wikia and just take a look and start talking about what she's like at a higher level. Because, she's only here at a 2-star, level 40, and her skill is only at level 2, so we're not really seeing a big difference right now, but we can talk about it and we can imagine what it's going to be like, because I mean, she's pretty awesome. Let's see here, we'll try this one more time. What I'm trying to do is I want to find out if she's being attacked. I want to see her cooldown. I'm trying to figure it out, see if we can see that. So there's her cooldown. See, I'm actually gonna have to actually drop this health restoration in for her real quick. I want to see her cooldown. We're talking about the cooldown, so I want to actually see the cooldown in effect. So let's see. She's getting ready to proc, and you got. So now she is in cooldown mode. 6 seconds, and bam, there she goes. She procs. Okay, so yeah, her cooldown time is 6 seconds, and over that period of time, yeah, she is giving energy. You know, if there were people around her, she would actually have been giving out energy for 2 seconds of the 6 second cooldown. See if we can see that one more time. Just one more time, because that's what I think is happening. I'm gonna take her away from that crowd over there. See, okay, so we've seen her proc. And there we go. So yeah, 6 seconds, that's legit. And you know, what she'll be doing is she'll be giving energy out. Right there, the time will start, and she'd be ready to proc like right about now. Yeah, there you go. So I mean, she is cool. That is really gonna be awesome. Yeah, she has a 6 second cooldown, but she's actually distributing energy to people over a period of time in that 6 seconds. So it sort of makes that cooldown not as bad. You know, whereas Cupid, he'll proc, he'll give all of the energy, and then it'll be 6 seconds before he can give any more energy. Just watching the time there, she should be ready. There she goes, yeah. And she can proc every 6 seconds, and then, you know, she's gonna be giving out energy to people during that time. So pretty awesome. Valentina, man, this is one of the most, you know, the best, you know, idea that they've had for a new legendary hero for a while. Because, you know, we've had Cupid, who've given energy and stuff, but, you know, Valentina, wow, she is awesome. Not so much a replacement for Cupid, but, you know, she is going to be, you could possibly live without having your Cupid out there giving a global energy to everybody out there. You know, you could possibly do that in certain modes. So you can see her damage is pretty decent. Skill is Love Cyclone, removing silence from nearby enemies, increasing their crit resistant rate by 5% at base at 1. And that continues to go up because she's at 6% at 2. See Ares, Calamity, and she's still taking damage with a 6 second cooldown. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other stats here. Remove silence from nearby allies, restoring their energy. 24 for 2 seconds, and it goes up to 32, 40, 50, there's 60 over 2.5 seconds. So yeah, the time does actually increase. You got 2 seconds, 2 seconds there, and once you get to 4, then you're looking at a pretty big significant difference. You got 50 over 2.5 seconds. So I mean, that at 4 is pretty awesome. Once you get her to 4, then you start to really see the difference, because that's like, you know, pretty good. 20, not quite, it's more like 20 every second, and then you got the other half a second where you get 10. So that continues to be 2.5 seconds, then it goes to 3. Okay, so at 7 you get 84 over 3 seconds. So you basically divide the 84 energy over 3 seconds, and you know, you're getting what, like 25, you know, 27 or something like that, 28 maybe, energy every second. Okay, and then look at 10 of 10. This is awesome. 3.5 seconds, and you get 126. So that's what I was telling you guys about. You know, right there, you're talking about 40, over 40, you know, close to 40, I guess, not quite. A little bit under, actually. Do the math on it. You know, it is a little bit under 40. It's like 30, maybe 36 or something like that per second. Okay? Per second. And she's going to be doing that for 3.5 seconds. And then her cooldown is only 6 seconds. So there's only a 2.5 second delay before she's given energy again. I mean, that is pretty awesome. Now, the only way she could be stopped at that point would be if an Ares can get a proc off in between that 2.5 second cooldown time. You know, because as soon as she procs, she would remove a silence, and, you know, it wouldn't be effective. So you're going to have some stuff that you're going to have to do. I mean, let's take a look real quick. We got 126 over 3.5 seconds. Let's pull our calculator up here. Oops, I accidentally opened up 2. Let's just put that in. 126 energy, and we're going to divide it by 3.5 seconds. So that's going to tell us how much per second. 36. Okay, yeah, I was pretty close. 36 energy per second. And on that last half a second, you only get half of that, so 18. So it'll go 36, 36, 36, 18, then a cooldown period of 2.5 seconds, and she's right back at it. 36, 36, 36, 18. That's awesome. You know, now if you have Cupid out there with her and Cupid is proccing, then he can give her energy even faster, but she still has the cooldown period, so it's not going to really make much of a difference to be able to do that. But you know, like I said, if you had 5 of 5 revitalize, she'd come out right off the bat stopping Aries. I mean, that's what you want to do. So take a look just real quick. We got 70 over 2.5 seconds. So what is that? It's 6. Okay, she's giving 28 energy per second. All right, at 6. And on the last half a second, she'll give 14. So it's 28, 28, 14. And she has a cooldown at that point for 3.5 seconds. And then she's, right back giving energy. So she is totally awesome. She is, man, and I really, really hope I can roll her and be able to show you guys some gameplay and, higher level gameplay. I got people in the Lost Realm and the arena that are just menacing me with their Aries. Even though I got Dread and all the other guys that I have. But keep on watching, guys. I appreciate everybody supporting. Make sure that you click that subscribe button and just keep on grinding, y'all. Until next time, Galaxus out.